hundreds of Roblox Bedwars YouTubers that all have different skills in the game, and many ask themselves and others what would happen if they all fought at once, and who would come out on top. So first we'll decide who is the best player out of all of them, then we'll put all of these players into a match and predict what I think would happen. Right before we get into ranking the YouTubers, we have to define how to rate them. I'm giving them a score based on their clutch skills, PvP skills, and game knowledge / awareness. First we have It's Crystals, who I think is about an 8 out of 10 because he's pretty good at PvP, he's done quite a few tricks with different kits, and he's just an overall good player. Following It's Crystals we got Bandites. To be honest, he's a pretty average player with some good skills though. I'm putting him right next to Crystals at an 8, though I think he might win in a fight against him. Next up is Wake, Bandite's partner in crime. I put him at a 7.5 out of 10 because let's be honest, he's just the worst version of Bandites. What about CubeINC though? He's definitely quite good at Bedwars, but how good? By analyzing his older videos and some of the tricks he explains in his newer ones, I think he's about an 8.5. I would rate him higher, but he doesn't play normal games much anymore, and usually focuses on trick videos. For Fulton, the bow master, he has a lot of skill in different areas of the game. He's really good with the bow and pulled off some really good jukes in the past, so I'm putting him at a 9 out of 10 because he does need to improve on his PvP and block skills a little bit. Spec, one of the most known Roblox Bedwars YouTubers ever, is pretty good at PvP, pretty good at the bow, and pretty good at using his blocks wisely. But since he doesn't play too many normal matches anymore, it's difficult to rank him. But as I said in one of my other videos, he's a little worse than minibloxia, so I'm going to say an 8.7 out of 10, though he might go out to a 9 if he really tried. Now for the first mobile user of the list, we have JN Protagonist, who is really good at the game altogether, especially since he doesn't use a PC, so I'll give him an 8.5. To Lanthric, a well-known Roblox Bedwars enthusiast, the reason I said an enthusiast and not player is, well, he doesn't really play too much, he just builds and does some glitches sometimes. I honestly think he's a 6.5 at best. Going on after him is a really insane player by the name of TruckHitter567. He has done a lot of clutches and good plays in Roblox Bedwars, not to mention his skill in PvP. He's definitely one of the best players on the list and is an OG to the Bedwars game, so I'll say he gets a 9. What about Moonfall Pretty much the most popular girl Roblox player ever. Now she's not the best definitely, but she is decent at least, so I'll give her a 7.5 out of 10. One of the first ever Roblox Bedwars YouTubers was DV Plays. He streamed the release of it and is actually still playing it to this date. But is he really that good? The short answer is no. He actually is one of the worst players on this list. His PvP skills are outdated, he barely ever just makes normal gameplay videos anymore, and so I have to rate him a 7. Now for one of the more interesting and some of the popular YouTubers like minibloxia and tanqr. For It's Maddie, I'd say he's about a 7 out of 10 just because he never actually plays Bedwars. Ckev, the meme lord of Roblox Bedwars and other games too, he's an interesting one. He isn't the best, but he's definitely not bad, so I'm going to give him a 7.5. Rainway and rektway, the two ways of Roblox Bedwars. For rektway, I think he's an 8.2 out of 10, and for rainway, I think he's just an 8. Just a little bit worse than rektway, though it can go either way to be honest. For the one we've all been waiting for, tanqr. In total, with all of his skills, I gotta give him a 9.8 out of 10, and the same with minibloxia pretty much. For the final YouTuber we'll be rating, we have ABC Dino. So we'll get straight to the point. He's a 9.9 out of 10. Amazing at PvP and has done some insane clutches. The only reason he's not a 10 out of 10 is because that is impossible, but what would happen if all of these YouTubers fought at once? Would it just be chaos? Would there be one clear winner? Now we can't actually determine this, but we can make an educated guess on what would happen. Now in my opinion, I think a tanqr or minibloxia would win, though ABC Dino might also take the dub. Just like you should take the dub by liking this video. If it gets 500 likes, then I'll give 2 kits in my Discord server, link in description.